Happy Wednesday, I think. Is it Wednesday? Yes, it is. Happy Wednesday. Wash Day Wednesday live. All right, guys. So today is Wednesday. And remember last week I washed my hair with, um, I set it with the Enbba Naturals Heavy Hold Gel and the Enbba's Naturals Topper is what I used last week. And this week, the reason why I did that is because I wanted to be able to test the new, well, I'm not going to say, it is a prototype to the heavy hold for Enbba that dispenses out a little thinner and it dispenses in another pump. So the one that I used last week is the Enbba Naturals Heavy Hold. And it, as you can see, well, they have a little slightly different color. Um, this is a very thick gel. And so when I was on the last one, I was on the live last week, I could not talk. I pushed this down. It dispenses one pump, but if I were to come back again to try to get a second pump, I have to wait to get that second pump, and you'll notice that on my last live. For this one, it pumps out much quicker and it's a thinner consistency. And so that's what I am testing. This is not available to the public yet, but I'm just going to be comparing the two. I also was told that there are people already testing this currently, and it has a thinner consistency, and it when the product has been used, it produces a softer set. So it's a trial. It's not the final product, and that's what we're testing. So these are things that I've already been told, and I'm just going to check to see how it works on my hair. That was somebody that had fine hair, and I have medium to coarse strands. Good morning. So I have medium to coarse strands, and if you, as you notice, it's a little frizzy in this area right here, and that's my lower porosity area, and that is where I also apply a little bit of the I Create Hold, but I didn't go overboard. So again, this is a 4-day-old set, and I just wanted to explain that to you before I get started. But this is Wash Day Live with Rosa. I'm Rosa. This is my crown Raya. And this is our 4-day-old set. We could keep going with it. However, it is wash day. It is wash day Wednesday. So we're getting the water set. And as I always start out, saturating my hair. Good morning. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. I would appreciate it. And I come on live on Wednesdays and Saturdays to hold myself accountable to washing my hair twice a week. That is the regimen I choose to be on for my gray natural strands, and it works for me. So I go live to make sure that I do it. Hold myself accountable. Not only that, to also help other, good morning, to help other gray naturals with their hair care. I predominantly do washing those because that works for me, because I can just wash my hair and set it and then forget it until the next wash day. But I've decided that it works better for me to wash it twice a week, so it's every 4 to 5 days. So I wash it on Saturday, and today is Wednesday, so this is the 5th day. And I could have let it go on, however, I try to make sure I am replenishing the moisture, which is the water, back in my hair before it totally dries out. So that's my goal that's what I decide I'm going to do. And I am holding myself accountable by doing it live. I didn't want to do it this morning. I was a little tired. I had a long day yesterday. But I thought about doing it later in the day. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, no, I don't want to do that because I like getting it done early before work, and then it allows me to allow my hair to continue to air dry after I've sat under the hooded dryer. So that's what I'm doing. And I had to remember why I was doing it. I noticed that when I use the Enbba Natural heavy hold, my curls just continue to multiply. And I noticed that even more, and they're tinier curls, for me anyway, than I'm used to. That product does that, and I think it's the Curl Mix Pineapple Potion. It does that to my hair as well. So those are things I noticed. So I'm just going through and saturating my strands before I start to wash my hair. So I'm going to use the Enbba Naturals again, but it's a tester, a prototype tester is what I'm going to be using for my wash. For my set today. And I'm going to still use the what do you call it? Use everything I used the last time so that I can kind of see how this is going to work. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm just saturating my strands before I start to wash my hair. Don't skip this step. I want to make sure I'm rinsing out the product as much as possible. Give me a nice canvas to start with. Rosie, welcome back. Yes, I'm late this morning, but it is wash day Wednesday. Yes, it is. How you doing today? So I'm just saturating my strands. I was explaining earlier before I started that last week I used the, remember I used the heavy hold, and I am testing a prototype of that same gel, but it's a thinner consistency. And so we're going to see how that's going to work out on my hair today. So that's why I wanted to do the set last week so I could compare how they do. And that set lasted really well. I could have kept going, but it was time to wash. To stay on our regimen Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesdays and Saturdays. We get it done. We get it done. So I think Raya is ready to get our shampoo. We're going to use the same shampoo, the Innocence shampoo that we used the last time. Try to repeat everything the same. So I have a finger caught on because I have a little cut I didn't notice on my finger, and it snags on my hair. So instead of having to wear a whole set of gloves, since it's just that finger that's acting funny and my nails are doing okay, I just put a finger cut on. So you say your hair is almost working with you. Your hair exactly how you my hair exactly how you wash your hair, and I don't go hard on cranky tangling. I love it. I love it. So she's being nice to you a little there. Is that what you're telling me? It's almost working with you. That sounds like progress. And we will celebrate progress on your hair. Cranky tangy. Cranky tangy is being nice to you. Almost. But you be nice to her and she'll be back nice to you. Welcome to the live Wash Day Wednesday, y'all. We are washing Raya. Yes, she worked with me on my wash day. Didn't hurt for the first time. Whoa! Awesome, yes, that is mega progress. Mega progress. I love that. See, that's wonderful. And that's what we have to learn how to do. Let our hair do what our hair wants to do. Just make sure we give it what it needs. And then we'll be good. Good to go. Good to go. So we are going through and making sure my scalp is clean. Don't forget to like the live. Just tap the screen. But we're making sure that my my scalp is cleansed. Rose, I'm so proud of you. Love the update. That is wonderful. Wonderful. Practice makes progress. That's what I'm talking about. It took me a while to get to where I am today, but I didn't give up. I was frustrated in the beginning, but I didn't give up. That's one thing I didn't do. So I think we have a cleansed scalp. So it's time for us to rinse. We're just doing one shampoo. When I watched how you were doing your hair, I did the same thing with patience. Yes, Rosie, I love that. Oh man, you make my heart smile. Because one thing I want to do is be able to help people that may be struggling with their natural strands. So you make my heart smile. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you so much. Rinsing out the shampoo. I'm gonna make sure I get it all out. You just open up the hair to kind of get down to my scalp. And I have a lot of hair. That shampoo can hide in there. Welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya on Wednesday Live. Watch Day Live. We have washed our hair. So we are rinsing out shampoo so we can get on to our conditioning phase. And by me washing my hair twice a week, I get less tangles and and my hair cooperates with me more, especially because I have this gray hair. Ooh, it's starting to get really warm. Have this gray hair. Being honest, I don't think I'll have patience because I get annoyed fast. But I let my hair do a thing how she wants, and happy I did. It was painless, awesome. I mean, I understand you don't have patience. We always don't. You know, we're not perfect people, right? And I'm telling you, I did not see the benefit of doing what I'm doing when I first started out. I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. So I used to wash every 7 days, which is still good. But I noticed that my hair needed more. And I was like, I don't have time. I know I don't have patience either for it. But when I saw that my hair was in a better condition when I did it, it made me take the time and then start to enjoy the time. So that might happen to you. It might not, but it's okay. That's why I say when you don't feel it, if you don't feel like washing your hair, you're tired or whatever, that's not when you do it. Because you're going to rush through it and you're going to be pulling at your hair and doing all kinds of things that you shouldn't. So, all right. So that is a rinse out Raya. And now we're going to use the same purple conditioner we used last week on Saturday. It's coming out a little differently this time. It's coming out in thin little ribbons before. It's coming out like that now. So I'm gonna emulsify it. Just means rubbing it in your hand. Rub, 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 rub in my hand to spread the product around. And then I just come in like a ponytail motion and work it in from the bottom up. And a little goes a long way. What I told myself the other day is that if you take care of your body because you worry about your health, you also have to worry about your hair because it needs care. I love that. And it's so true. And see, that's the thing. I take care of my body. I'm walking. I am strength training. I am eating right. Which I did also see a direct correlation to my hair. When I eat well, my hair got better too. But then also, you're right. Take care of all areas, all aspects of yourself. And your hair is one of those. So thanks for sharing that. That is so true. So true. So I'm just, again, emulsifying. Don't forget to like the live. Just tap the screen to like the live. And follow if you're, subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. I'd appreciate it. And I'm just working it into my ends, getting this conditioner on here. So the first goal is to get it on, and then we will get it detangled. And my finger caught is, oh, darn it. My finger cut is breaking. I may have to reach out there for my glove, but anyway, it's harder to put it on once your hands are wet. So I'm just gonna get that last section back here. And I kind of rake it through with my fingers. Yes, I also do walking, especially with my mom. I used to go to the gym as well. Yeah, so I have a home gym, so I'm currently in physical therapy for my neck, and so um, I was in physical therapy for my knee because it was acting. Actually couldn't walk in November, but I'm walking back again now. But so we're doing good there. But they told me to just do like a mile, and I just keep pushing it. And so I need to pull back some, which I am. Trying to stick to 30 minutes, whatever I can get done in those 30 minutes. And and then I was back at I have a hex squat bar at home here, and so I use that as well. Um, so, and when I couldn't, they didn't want me to go outside walking. Once I started getting back to walking, like in December, November, I had a walking pad and I would use that, but I love to be outside. So I use the walking pad when I have no choice. You see, I only have a treadmill and two weights at home, but I love going to the gym. Yeah. You said, yes, I watched some of your shorts, but 30 minutes is better than nothing. Yes. So 30 minutes for the rest of your life. That's how I feel like you should walk every day for 30 minutes um, for the rest of your life. That would be ideal. And I do that, if nothing else. So, and eat right. And by doing that, I have dropped about, I went from like 214 I went on a cruise and I went crazy, and then I wasn't eating, and I wasn't eating right, and I wasn't doing, I had to take that off because it's broken. So hopefully the cut I have won't keep getting caught with the hair. But I was like at 214, 15 pounds. And so I got back to my walking and eating right and stuff like that. And I came down to like 180, which is fine by me. And just, I concentrate on building muscle and losing fat. I'm not about, like losing weight all cut up on the scale. So by doing that and making sure I'm watching what I'm eating, then I have shed a lot of that weight, and I work on coming down in inches. Because the scale is not changing very much, but my inches are going down. So, yes. Me too. We're twinsies. Okay, Rosie. See, I'm Rosa, you're Rosie. Look at that. And we're twinsies. We like the same things. All right, guys, don't forget to like the live. Okay, so now we have the conditioner in my hair. I'm going to put a little bit of water on my hair. Help to spread the conditioner, because these are higher end products, so a little goes a long way. So you see, just by adding water, and we want our hair kind of drenched when we go through with the tool to detangle. So I just detangle with my fingers, and now I'm just going to separate this hair into two sections. And I'll use the combing clip to hold all that hair, because it can hold it all up there. I was gonna hit 200 pounds, but decided I wanted to lose. I'm at 182 now. Okay. Go on, girl. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so I just try to, I'm an encourager at heart. And so I like to see people succeed. I like to encourage folks that they can do it. And I love the fact that, like we should egg one another on to do better, um, if that's what their goal is. So even with the hair, when people get frustrated, a lady came on before and she was at her wit's end. I didn't know until she shared it about her hair, but she found solace in the live and shared and learned, and I hope that it sounded like she was encouraged by the time the live finished. And I hope that she's still doing well. But I love to encourage people to show that you can do it. So you see, I started at the bottom and working my way up. So I do it on all sides. But you see, it doesn't take long, and the brush is getting through. Again, this is the unbrush. I love this brush because it makes my tangling session so much faster. So that's done. This section is done, and I'm just gonna go through with my fingers. So congratulations on coming down. Get bullied and didn't like how I look, especially. Okay, yes. Well, I would say whenever we did want to make a change, we should do it for ourselves. So I hope that you made those changes for you, because that's how they're sustainable changes, when that's what you want to do. Thank you, Rosie. Yes, please. Like the live. Oop. Okay, so guys, so you see that my hair is tighter coiled in the back than it is in the front. So I want to be careful not to just pull through my hair. But I want to get some water on there. And what you see with what water does, what it just helps the tangles almost melt away. So always, that's why one of the reasons why I do my hair in the shower, because it is like a war zone in here with all this conditioner flying everywhere. But being close to this water source, the shower head, I used to do my hair outside of the shower, at the sink and stuff like that. But I see the benefit now of, for me, doing it in the shower. And when I couldn't walk last year, I used a shower chair to sit and do my hair. So, all right, there's that. Rosie said, yes, it's for me. I'm just saying, oh, they bullied me, but at the end of the day, they actually made me realize my body needed care, so they helped me. Yeah, it's, people can do things to you, however, it's how you respond. And I love how you responded. You didn't go into a depression. Maybe you did, but it don't sound like that you did to me. But you decided to do something about it. And so that is awesome. I applaud you for that. Because I didn't realize, my mom passed, it's been 11 years. Feels like yesterday still. And when she passed, about, I want to say, 5 years, and I didn't recognize myself because I didn't realize I was in a depression. And I gained so much weight. I didn't even recognize myself. I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, who is that? that was when I kind of came to myself. And I realized that I had, I was in a depression. And I needed to come out of it. And I thought about, what would my mother say? And she would say, that's not my daughter. Like, you take care of yourself better than that. And, so I was like, no, we gotta do better. We gotta come out of this, okay? We were here, but I was in that funk way too long, and I had to come out of it. So, it's what we actually do. We actually have depression and anxiety, but I can control it. Yeah, see? And that's what I'm saying, like, we're not perfect. But whatever our issues are, we can do something about it. And that's one thing I love about movement, exercise, going to the gym. That was one of the things that helped me get out of that state of depression. And when I move my body, when I fuel my body correctly and stuff like that, I feel so much better. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like, my mom, my mom would tell people how much she was proud of me, and I felt like she wasn't. And then, like to hear people say, oh no, your mom, she always talked about you. She, she was proud that you did this and she did. And I knew that had to be true because they couldn't have known about the different things that they were sharing with me. And I was like, wow, look at this. Yes, I want to make her proud. I want to keep her, in that state where she's like, yep, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. That's what I expect. And I know what she expected from me. And so, anyway, I just, I think about her often in the choices that I make. What will mama think about that? So, yeah, it got me out of that funk, that depression that I was in. And like I said, I was in it way too long. So, I'm glad to be out and I don't want to go back. So, we're working right through this conditioning process. So, remember, we don't pull our hair. We are patient with our hair. So, I'm just going to get that up out of the way and put some more water into the hair to detangle. Thank you, Rosa. I am proud of myself because I'm telling you, I know where I came from, and I'm so happy to be where I am now. So we're just working up. Look at that. Working up that strands, front, back, bring it down, and detangled. Don't forget to like the live. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I am Rosa. My hair I have named Raya. And we wash, this is Wednesday Wash Day Live. And we wash on Wednesdays between 3 and 4 a.m. And Saturdays between 1 and 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So that is what you are experiencing when you walk in here to this live. That's why I am washing my hair in the shower, holding myself accountable to do what I said I would do, and hopefully help somebody along the way. So, you say slow and steady with her. Oh, well, she'll get mad. You're right. Right on play. So, you see, I'm taking my time, especially up in this area right here. We do not rush. We do not rush. So, Slowly finger detangle her, pulling her apart. We'll get a little bit more water in this section. And water just makes her free up those tangles. And you can see the curls are already there. And that's what we want to lock in. All right, so there. Work it. Work it. Up. And go in the front. And do the same. It is the tangles. Look at that. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. This is the Wash Day Live with Rosa and Raya. So we are conditioned and detangled. So I'm trying to make sure I give it a moment to marinate while I rinse the shower of all of this conditioner that is flying everywhere. Don't forget to like the live, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. This is Wash Day Wednesday. Wash and Raya. Alright. So I'm just cleaning off my tools to make sure if I need to use them, they're clean. And now we will start to rinse my hair. Okay. So I'll start rinsing with the clips there, and then I'll pull them down. You said, okay, our question is your watch waterproof? So it's not a watch. It's called a Whoop. WHOOP. And it is a wearable device that 24-hour wearable device that allows me to know how I'm doing. You've seen those commercials with the senior citizens where it's like they fall and then they can't get up and they need that little device and they call or whatever. Well, this is something like that, but not exactly. This tells me beforehand, like, did I get enough sleep? Did I? No, it's okay because it does look like a watch, but if you get close, it has no face or anything like that on it. And it tells me how I'm recovering. Like when I work out, it'll know that I put strain on my body, and then it'll tell me, like I need to get how much sleep I need to get. It'll tell me, like suggest this is the time you need to go to bed. This is how many hours of sleep you need. And then when I get to sleep, it'll tell me if I'm in restorative sleep. It'll tell me if I need to put more strain on my heart, you know, like it's like, yeah, you normally do this, but you can do more. So I like those. I like it, and so that's why I always have it on, and it is waterproof because it's a 24-hour thing. You wear it everywhere. You even charge it while you're wearing it. So sometimes you'll see it's like a little big black thing on top of it, and that'll be my battery charging it. But you wear it all the time so that I won't have to fall and can't get up. Because one of the things that I work a lot on my mobility training, and one of my goals is just to be able to get up off the floor without the use of my hands. It is a big goal of mine because I do have to use my hands uh, and push up off the floor and stuff like that. So I have that goal, and it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna take these clips off now and continue to rinse. Yeah, a lot of, I think athletes wear them and stuff like that. Gym rats. I want to be a gym rat. And we're just rinsing. Welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya. Wash Day Wednesday. We are rinsing out conditioner. We're getting ready to set our hair in a wash and go. That's what I predominantly wear. It's the easiest thing for me now that I've learned how to do it. Oh, it's gonna, yeah, it's goals that I'm making reality. So I work on my functional training daily. I can't think of what it's called. It's a something get up. You take like a kettlebell and you hold it on one side of your body and you work your way to standing up. I do those. Can't think of what it's called right now. But yes, it's a goal that I am slowly turning into reality. Because ever since I was like 18, I had, you know, like, what is it, bursitis in my knees and, you know, stuff like that. Some stuff is hereditary, but I refuse to allow it to stop me from doing the things that I want to do. They used to tell me don't walk, you know, it was bad on my knees, don't do this, don't do that. I was like, the more I didn't do, the bigger I got, the more unhealthy I got. So I started to go to the pool, to walk in the pool, and I didn't even realize it. And then I took a swim class, a couple swim lessons, and my instructor was saying to me, "Oh, you've gotten so much smarter than when you started, you know, like taking classes." Because I was taking, you know, like I think there's 3 phases of the swim class or whatever. And so I was like, really? Because I wouldn't weigh myself because like the whoop is going off right now, so I know it must be 5 o'clock. So anyway, she was like, yeah, you've gotten smaller since you started. I was like, wow. And then that's when I started to notice or pay attention. And with taking off some of that weight, it made it easier for me to go out and walk because I love to be out in nature. So most of my videos that you see where I'm walking, I go to a park and walk because it's so pretty. And if I have to walk on my pad, I'll walk on my pad. But you know, I try to get out, to go different places. Have these 2 nature bridge walk areas that I love to go to. So I try to take advantage of those things. All right, so I think we are thoroughly rinsed. And I think I'm going to adjust my part. Oh, that's good. Swim lessons are awesome, in my opinion. I want to clean off my products too, just to make sure we're good here. So I'm going to adjust this part. All I have is a big wide tooth comb, so let's see if I can do that with this one. Yes. So just my part there. That's what I want to do. I didn't want her to pay for me for lessons, so I went on to the deeper end and taught myself the same day. I didn't even know how to swim at the time. That's awesome. Look at you. Teaching yourself stuff and things. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna make that one section. Good morning, welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live. I would appreciate it. Let's see. So I'm going to turn this one off. We're going to go in with our leave-in. So we're using the Curl Mix Pineapple Potion leave-in. No, leave-in conditioner. I want to make sure it was the leave-in and not the gel. So wait a minute. Did y'all see that? Put it all on my arm. So anyway, I'm going to work that leave-in into my strands. On a swim, you have to do something about it. Yeah, exactly. That's why I took lessons. Because that was my form of exercise. And then I bought me some swim fins because, you know, my legs don't work as well as I want them to. But I put those swim fins on. I was Speedy Gonzalez going down doing my laps with my swim fins. I swim a little slower without them, but it was all good. It worked for me. All right, so don't put shit hair back in your hair. And this will help me know that that is done. And this is the Pineapple Potion leave-in that we are putting in to my hair. Doing everything the same way so I can see. Yes, girl, I was speedy. Going down those lanes. People would tell me, they would give me compliments and say, oh, you can really swim. I was like, don't let me take these swim fins off. You'd be like, if you won't hurry up and get down that lane. Oh, did I do this one? Did I put conditioner over here? I'm smelling it to see. Did I? Well, this might end up with 2 things of conditioner on there because I don't remember. That's what I get for talking sometimes. Okay. Oh, see, maybe I didn't because you could smell it now. You say I did put it over there? Oh, well. This is why I try to put what is it, the clamps on. So I think I did put it on there. You're right. But oh well, we put it on there twice. So now for certain, I know I did. Oops. Yep. Oops. It happens sometimes. You just pay attention. They be happy little accidents. That's what I call them. So there's 2 pumps for the back. Two pumps for the back one time. So I'm just kind of working it through. And remember, I got to get up here and then come down. And then I'm going to open that one so I can put some over there. Yep, no going back, Rosie. No going back on that one. So here we are working it in. So I try to smooth more than I rake. Raking makes Raya not happy. So we do less raking and more smoothing. So I'm gonna take that and put this up like that. And I'm going to bring out the shower cap because this will hold in moisture while I am putting on the product. So we have leave-in, which is the pineapple potion leave-in on here, and that's what that is right here, just that on the back. So I'm going to dry my hands and we're getting into our styling. And so I started the video off in the beginning by telling you that last time I used this heavy hold by Enbba Naturals, this time I'm going to use this heavy hold. So same company, same gel, however, you see it's lighter on this one, and this one's a darker amber color. This is supposed to be a lot thinner or easier to pump out, but I have been told that this is a tester, so this is not available to the public. And it's been already tested on someone with fine low density hair, and they said that it's a firm hold on days 1 and 2, and then it softens up on day 3, which also allow it to be a more voluminous set. And so this is supposed to, let's see, I should have primed the pump. So hold on, I primed the pump first. I should have did that before we started. Let me keep doing it down here. So I'm just waiting for it to come up through here. I don't want to waste any, but keep priming this pump. Okay. I think it's getting there. Hold on. There it is. So I just started with 2 pumps of this gel. It's a brand new bottle. And I will say the consistency is thinner than the regular heavy hold gel. So there is what it looks like in my hands. So we're going to go ahead and apply it to my hair. So my hair is not soaking wet, it's damp. I may not add water to this since they say that after day 2, it starts to soften up and give volume. Raya gives volume on her own. She don't need no help, but we will see. Whatever I get, I'm gonna live with. So we're gonna see. But yeah, this was 2 pumps out of that bottle. It's like I don't want to leave the bottle. Yes. It was like, no, but it was brand new and I should have thought about that I should have primed the pump. So, uh, let's see. So this is 4 milliliters per pump, so I guess I put 8 milliliters on there. So, but it does come out quicker than it does with the, my salon size bottle that I have of the product. So I'm gonna let you see how quick that comes out compared to my other bottle. So we're putting another pump. So this bottom section is going to have 3 pumps on there. Make sure I get all of that hair in there. We're raking the product on. And we're going to marinate that together. So you know I'm going to twist that up and go to the next section. But I like the curls, like the way they look. I'm not going to add any water because I've been warned that it will soften up. So I'm going to let it do its thing and not add water. And then I'm going to do this in 2 sections like that. Throw this water, throw this hair, I'm sorry, back up in there. And pump here. Again, let's see how quick that comes out. For my Enbba natural users, this is the heavy hold. It's a tester, it's a prototype. It's not available to the public yet. So I'm just testing this to see how, compare it to what I just set on Saturday and see how it compares. And again, I'm not going to add water to it just to see how that works as well. So I put in 2 pumps in this section, and we're just working that gel in. Same style, yes, same style, same style. Wash and go, same style. And that way, by also doing this the way we're doing it, we can compare it to last week's set and see exactly what the differences are, if there are any, for my hair. So let's see. We have definition. I like the way that looks. And we're going in with 1 more pump. Because Raya can take a lot of product. Whereas, you know, with your hair, you may not be able to, but it works for me. There, it's clumping nice. So there's 3 pumps with, being careful on this side. We're gonna kind of twist that up and join it to that one. And we're gonna get this other side. Start with 1 pump. Turn this way. I'm emulsifying it, meaning rubbing it together. I should go note taking, yes. Okay, so let's see. Move that out of the way. And make sure I get this section to say it out loud so I remember to rub the gel up there. But I've been doing really well with defining my hair, using the same technique to work through. It doesn't matter which products I'm using. If I'm consistent with my technique, I still get the desired result. I get definition from root to tip. So that is the goal. When I do it, that is the goal. So we are using the Enbba Natural Heavy Hold prototype. And we're going to see how this works on Raya. I'm going in with another pump. This Enbba Naturals Heavy Hold. It pumps out faster. It's not as thick as the original. This is not available to the public yet, so let me make sure I make that disclaimer. This is Rosa and Raya testing this gel to see how it works. So thank you, Athena, for allowing me to test this. So this, I think at 2 pumps, I like how it looks. I may not have to go with the 3rd pump. So now I'm gonna go ahead and, that was just the base gel. We're gonna put the topper gel on. So the base gel, you normally use more of that than you do of the topper gel. So I'm just looking in the mirror at the back to make sure I was accurate with my assessment of 3 pumps and 2 pumps. So yes, I think I like that. And now I'm gonna go in with the Curl Embrace Holding Gel Topper and put that on that area. So I have 2 pumps of that in my hand. That's 1 pump, that's the 2nd pump. And that gel is like, remember I showed you last time, it's like a slimy consistency the more you spread that out. Thank you. Yes, she is doing her job. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She understands the assignment. So I'm going to go in like with a ponytail motion. And those 2 sections kind of run my gel through. She's clumped it together nicely. And I'm going to put her up in one little section back here. Let her marinate while we work on the front. So pull that out. Wipe my hands off. Use this one for my hands and the other one for my face if I need it. All right, so we're going in. Okay, you prefer rubbing or putting on the products? So I prefer more of a smoothing motion than raking. This is, like you see me smooth like that. I prefer that than to do this. Some people like the raking. Raking makes Raya frizzy. So that's 2 pumps of this gel. Again, to damp hair, because I've already been told that this set may soften up on me. So when I use the heavy hold gel, if I put it on damp hair and then work it through So yeah, she saw me right there. I just wanted to be, um, to make sure I'm getting through the sections, but I don't do that mostly. I smooth. So this was 2 pumps, and I know I'm gonna go in with another, and then I'm gonna break it apart and kind of smooth in the sections. And we're gonna go in again. Yeah, so you have to see what works. So some people can rake and they don't get frizz, but not me. I used to rake and was wondering why my hair was so frizzy. And it boiled down to raking is not the thing for Raya. Raya say, no, no raking, please hold on that. So that's what I do. So you see, I do this praying hands method and smooth. Because what I'm trying to do is smooth the product into my strands. And gray hair needs a little bit more work. I'm willing to put it in. I'm willing to put in that work. So I think I'm gonna do one more pump. Wasn't a total pump, but like a partial pump. And I want to concentrate in here and make sure my roots are good. Take a pause, you better work with me or I won't work with you. That's what she's saying, exactly, right? She was like, slow it down, don't be trying to rush me. I'll be like, okay, I hear you, I'm not trying to rush you, I'm just trying to, get it done. So there is that application, and now we're gonna go in with one pump. We'll start with 1 pump of the Enbba Naturals topper. And we're going in from the bottom and work all the way up. And we are smoothing through this. Looks like a shed here, yep, and it was. Don't want to work that into my strands. So I'll probably add water at the end, but just not through the process. I'm gonna put one more pump of the Enbba Naturals. I'll show you that one, topper. Oh, that's the one I'm putting on now. Don't forget to like the live. Hi, Finna, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the live. All right, so yes, I was running late this morning. My husband travels today, so and I was at the office late, and I was tired, and I was like, I don't wanna. But then I changed my mind. I was like, you need to. Doesn't matter what you don't wanna. So there is that. Good morning to A Size Healthier. Thank you for joining the live. Appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing a test with the Enbba Naturals heavy hole gel. There's a prototype. So I already have my leave-in on. And this is the Enbba Naturals gel prototype. So it comes out faster. There you go. We'll start with 1 pump. And it's thinner than the current heavy hole gel. This is not available to the public. This is like a prototype that she's testing and I'm trying. So we're doing the same set that I did last week, and I am using all the same products, the same way I did with the regular heavy hold. This section was a little damp, so I can tell that it still does like the current heavy hold, where it kind of binds to the water, which I love when I hear it do that. Maybe this section was a little more damp than that section, because it seemed like it took the gel immediately. But I'm told that the first 2 days is a firm hold, and by day 3, it softens up to allow for volume. But we all know Raya gets volume all on her own. So knowing this, I want to see how it reacts in my hair, and I want to see how it, if I get volume. Because let's see, it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, just 4 days. So we'll see by day 3 what she looks like. I think that'll be Friday. So I think I just put 2 pumps over here. Yep. And we're going to go in with 1 pump. Start with 1 pump of the topper. Yes, time is flying, man. So I think we've gotten the ratio that is needed over there, or that's what I think. It's all sometimes a guessing game, especially when you're using something new. So I don't know how this heavy hold is going to work for me. So it's always a guess to figure out what you're going to do and how it's going to work, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. So now I'm on this section, and we will start with 2 pumps to this front, or maybe we'll do it to the whole section, because Ryan's like, forget that. Like, I'm like, stay back there. So emulsify, and then work this in. To Raya. Welcome to the live. Yes, Rosie, patience is key. So I am trying to be patient. So yes, you saw a rake there. I want to make sure I'm getting it through those sections. But for the majority, you see me smoothing the product in. There she go. All on the way. I ain't tell you to come yet. Okay. Water's running down my face. So, see the line? Salt and pepper. I mean, white, salt and pepper. Yep. She listens, she hears. Look at that. You love to see it. So we're going to do the same thing to that backhand. I know, I love it. I'm not saying anything bad against it, right, Rosie? I love this, my little line, my stripe down the center of my head. I think it's pretty cool that that's how it grew in. So working the product in, making sure to concentrate on those ends too. Give all of it some love. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go in with another pump and I'm gonna shake that hair forward so I can work that into the whole section. This is the Enbba Natural Prototype Heavy Hold. Not available to the public yet. Not sure if it will be, but you know, she's changed the formula to try something else, but it's a thinner product, not as thick as the original. So we will see. And I'm going to go in with one more pump of that heavy hold. And now we're going to go in with the Enbba topper. This is the topper gel. And remember last time I put a little bit of I Create Hold up here as well. So we're going to do the same thing because I did see, like today, if I would have wore that set, it started to frizz in that area. Make sure we get the ends. Welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya. We're on Wednesday live. And I am testing out the Enbba Heavy Hold Thinner gel that's not available to the public. I'm just testing it. That's what I want to do. So there is that, and I'm going to add a little I Create Hold because this area is a little unruly sometimes. And we just did that much last time. I'm trying to recreate everything I did the same way. The only difference is I'm not using as much water because this gel is supposed to soften by day 3 and give it a more voluminous set. So if that's the case, I am going to try to compensate for it. Welcome to the live. Good morning, Wanda. So I am using Enbba again, but this time, let me show you. So this is the Enbba Heavy Hold that everybody else is using, but I have a prototype heavy hold. And you see how it's a lighter color than the regular Enbba Heavy Hold, and it dispenses a little faster. It's a little thinner, it dispenses a little faster, and I'm told by day 3 it gives more volume. So I'm trying to compensate for that volume. We're going to see how it's going to act with Raya, but I'm trying to compensate for that volume by not adding as much water to the product. So I did not, normally I add water when I'm applying it, but I did not this time. I may add water at the end, but I'm not adding as much water as I used on the last set. So we're gonna see. It's all an experiment. So that's why I wanted to use the Enbba Naturals Heavy Hold the last time, so I could see. And the set was beautiful. I could have still kept wearing it. I want to compare it to that set and see. So I used everything the same way. The only thing is I'm not adding as much water, but I don't know where you came on, but I just added a little bit of I Create Hold, because that's what I did in the other set too, to this section right here. So just one pump, and that's all we're doing here. So that's what I'm using this time, and I am gonna turn the water on so that I can get a little water, because this is now where I'm first adding water to any of this, because I haven't. So it's a test. It's a test. It's a test. We're going to see how this works. We're on this journey together. So don't forget to like the live. Tap the screen to like the live. Oh, okay, so I'm going to just twist this off and get it out of the way, because I have got it all applied, and now it's time for it to go in and style. So, rinsing my hands off, and then let me get some water in my bottle, because this will be like I said, I added water the last time during the application, but if I add water, it's just going to be at this point. Because I think I do need some water in this section here, but I don't want to put a ton of water if the hold is changing. And then I noticed, I was sharing that my sets with the Enbba always produces like a smaller curl. Even if I clump it, when I set it, it starts to break off to be smaller individual curls, and tinier curls. And I noticed that, and my curls multiply. And I noticed that the Curl Mix Pineapple Potion does the same for me. So, all right. So I'm gonna turn around, make sure I can see. Oh man, I thought I had, I did just lift this up, okay. It's like I thought that I had that under the, so I'm gonna add a little water to the outside of this, but not kind of activate that gel. And come in with these. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Remember, I'm a smoother. Get the product on there. So I'll be trying to make the clumps bigger, but hold on. For this one, I'm going to add a little bit of heavy hold. Maybe that'll help bring the clumps together. It's like separating. do a little twirl first, maybe. And then, yes, rub this together. All right. Let's separate it with my finger. This is the step, taking this step, instead of trying to shake my hair or something like that, taking the time here helps me get that movement. Somebody was saying, that their hair didn't move quite like mine. Well, my hair is my hair, your hair is your hair, but also my hair didn't move, even with some length, it didn't move, didn't shake as well because I did not take the time to define the curl and separate from the root to the tip. So that's one thing that I realized that I did not spend time doing. And once I started to spend time doing this way, I did receive more movement. Also blowing it around helped to separate the curl and produce more movement as well. Just making sure I'm smoothing that curl down and separating that hair. Gives me more movement. Just smoothing. Seeing where it wants to be separated. And making sure to smooth it down. This is where patience comes in, because we want to be done. But at the end of the day, we want our hair to look nice too, so you gotta take some time. All right, so there's that. Just pulling it where it naturally is separating in my hair. Okay. So we have movement already, which is a good thing. So now let's get that front done. This is the side I felt like I needed water. Let me put this right there. Yeah, I felt like I needed water on this portion of my hair. It feels drier. than the side over there, and it might have just dried out faster. So water. Again, what's different is I did not put any water in between like the heavy haul application and the Enbba Naturals topper. Did not put any water at all. So now let's work the product in and separate where it wants to separate. Again, I try to make them bigger clumps, but they kind of do what they want to do. Alright, you guys getting ready for work this morning? Are we retired? There it is. Separating that hair, smoothing it in. To go backwards. So. Changing that direction. See how that works going back that way. And take this out. To this side, we are almost there. Put a clamp right there. And add a little water to this section. I'm gonna take that out there. Maybe that. There you go. Welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya. Don't forget to like the live. We are subscribed to the channel if you're not subscribed. We're almost at the finish line of setting my hair for Wash Day Wednesday live. So I wash my hair on Wednesdays and Saturdays. There you go. We are getting there. Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesday morning early before work, although I was late this morning, but I'm here. I was tired. And so here is the top. We are almost there. Yay! Okay, and this is the prototype of the heavy hold gel. This is the original. This is not available to the public, but this is what I'm using for my hair. So I'm gonna put some water here in this section because also it has some I Create Hold. You cannot use I Create Hold without some water. Unless you want helmet head and tangle hair, because it will tangle. Or that's been my experience. How about that? It's a very concentrated product, and so you need to make sure that you are using water. So maybe I'm gonna take this section back. Let's see, and maybe bring the rest of it forward. We'll see. Just trying to think about things. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. And, oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Let me bring this way. Normally I always take it back, so we're gonna just try something different. Hopping off, I'll catch the replay from the beginning. Have a great day. Thank you. Yeah, get ready for work. I'm gonna get on the dry and then I'll get ready for work too. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you, Wanda. Let's see. Ooh, okay. See that? We don't want to tangle, mess with tangles. There you go. So I'm gonna style this way. Let's see. We're gonna see how this is gonna work. Style it almost at a diagonal instead of taking it back. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Hello, GC. I don't want to butcher the last name, so I'll just say GC. Hi. Welcome to the live. And Okay. We are finished with that styling. We're going to take a bead of I Create Whole like we did before and put here on my edge here. And I'm going to take a little water. Apply there. And then I'm going to turn around and let's see how that's looking. Let's see. I think I like that. We have movement. We have some of the hair going back, and we brought this to the front. And we're going to, let me get my hair net, but let me also, so I see some areas that maybe I'm just going to put some of the topper gel, the Enbba Naturals topper gel right here where I see where it looks like it's already frizzy. So I'm going to do that. And that's it. So here we are with our finish. And I'm just smoothing that product in. Normally I would add some water at this point, but again, I'm not gonna do that. And this is the front, the side, the back. If you see anything I don't see, let me know now. Speak now. I can hold your peace. I'm gonna do this. And then the other side. All right. Thank you for joining the live. This is the set with the prototype of the heavy hold top with the Enbba Naturals Embrace Holding Gel. And we just put a little bit of I Create Hold in this section right here, nowhere else. So this is what we have. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Somebody said, you didn't put your hairnet on last time. So I sit under a hooded dryer. It's cold out there. Sit under a hooded dryer. That is an intake dryer. And so I just go ahead and do this. And then sit under the dryer because then it won't pull my hair up. So that's the last thing that I do, because of the type of dryer that I have. All right, guys, so thanks for joining the live. Go catch the replay if you're just joining. And then also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it greatly. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.